So my goal is not to do these random makeup looks back to back because I know y'all like fandom or cosplay stuff more, but there are some things that's just taking a while or they're not ready yet, and this is the only thing that I can do next. But I've been wanting to recreate this look for quite some time. When I first saw it, I fell in love, but the look is by Battery Charged Beauty, but I guess they went to a different account and I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm probably overthinking it, but I'll put it on the screen. The look is not on the new account, and it is, everything's deleted off the old account, but it's green, it has eyeballs, it's very Halloween-y, spooky, everything I love. They had black contacts. I do not own black contacts. I have very few contacts right now, and this is the best option. Plus, I've been using my yellow contacts a little too much lately, so we're gonna give it a break. I'm going to start on my neck and get that done. I have an oily face, and I don't want to start on this and have it become really shiny by the time I'm done with my neck. So we're gonna start with my neck. Hopefully I won't ruin it. So there are stripes on the neck and also a few eyeballs, only 3 eyeballs. I'm going to sketch out the shapes with this NYX eyebrow pen. I already gushed about it in my Sakuna makeup, so if you want to hear me gush about it, go watch the video. Also, you should just watch that video, please. I'm gonna use a big eyeshadow as a template for the eyebrows. I might make the neck just a little bit higher just because I do enjoy body painting and doing stuff like this, but at the same time I also don't like painting my neck and stuff because it always ends up a lot worse, and also that's when my patience is gone. Hopefully this won't be the same thing, considering I'm doing this first. Who knows? I'm gonna try to use those lipsticks as much as possible, even though it's gonna be a pain to take off later. I usually use water-activated face paints, and people ask, what should I use when I go to a con? And when it comes to like if you want to do TikTok or just cosplay at home or do something easy, I suggest using body paint. It's water-activated, easy to take off. Put on, easy to take off. But if you're going to a con, even though it's a lot more, it's going to take you longer, at the same time it will last longer. Cream will last longer, but I'm going to immediately take it off. So I'm going to use this bright green, and we're gonna set it with some eyeshadow. Yeah, I'm gonna regret this later, not using water-activated face paint, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's such a beautiful green. I don't know why I bought it though, because I don't like these greens on my lips. I don't know what my thought process was. I just saw green and my mind went blank. I'll mix some of this green in there. And you know what? There are some eyeshadows you need to use that are green. Like I have green makeup, but there are sometimes I'm like, I love green. You think, like I wear a lot of green makeup when I do wear makeup, and you think a lot of it will be like used up really quickly, but it really doesn't. I don't know why. Yes, use up makeup, then you can buy more makeup. Cute green, love it. I'm going to use the eyeshadow Vogue on Party by Apocalyptic Beauty. It is a shimmery green, but I've had it for way too long, and it just needs to be used more. This is a big shirt, but it could be bigger. Oof. There. Blind you with my pasty skin. Look at that. Oh my god, why don't I touch you more? However, keep in mind, if you do use shimmery or metallic eyeshadows on a large area of your skin, it will show imperfections a lot easier than if you were to use a matte. So if you have very textured skin, maybe stick with matte. Not smooth by any means, but at the same time, I didn't care that much. Now I'm going to start on the eyeballs. I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Fantasy Maker cream palette. I'm going to use the white in here. The white is not very opaque, but we will go over it with some water-activated face paint to really make that color really stand out. Where's the Also, if your cream makeup is very hard and stiff and doesn't want to blend or doesn't really want to work well, I suggest taking and scraping some on the back of your hand, and your skin will warm up the cream makeup and make it easier to work with. This, however, is pretty creamy already, but since it is cheaper makeup, it's not the most opaque in the world. I have a big pile of the green eyeshadow right here. I'm trying not to touch because I will make a huge freaking mess. You know what, because this I was just thinking, because when I use my do my face, it's going my jacket. Oh my god, my shirt is going to ride up, and I don't want to disturb this. But because the freaking choking on my spit, the neckline is so huge because I got it at a plus size store. I can use it as a tube top. Ha, yes, that works. Now I'm less concerned about messing everything up. Great. I was going to use gray. I don't know why, because I love making things look a little irritated. So I think first, before I go in with red, I'm going to use these blush shades first. And don't worry about going outside the lines. That is quite all right, because again, the black will clean it up later. And I'm just going with this middle shade and going around. I'm doing this only because I don't want the red to be too harsh or won't be able to be blended at all. And I've found over the years that rather than like sweeping back and forth, because I always tend to, like, it works for some people, but I always found for me that it always moves the product underneath and then it becomes patchy and not that pretty. So I've gotten into the habit of like tapping as a form of blending. I'm gonna use a dirty brush because why not? I'm gonna go with the red shade, and that will be closer to the circumference of the circle. Now I'm going to dip back into my water activated face paints, and I'm going to choose a blue color. Maybe I'll choose this one because it's more on the teal side, something a little different than straight up blue. I truly thought that this look might go by super quick, but or at least a neck, but I'm wrong. What's new? Because it's almost to the 30-minute mark. I'm gonna take a break from the iris real quick, and I'm gonna attempt to make some squiggles for like an irritated or even more irritated eye look. I'm actually going to finish this side real quick, and I'll show you how it will be done, and so maybe I'll do the rest off screen so it's not taking forever. Okay, camera's almost dying, but I'll get through this part first. I'm going to take a dark teal color, and I'm going to start just slightly outlining the eye just for a little bit more dimension. That didn't work. I was trying to blow on my chest. Why did I think that would work? And there's an eyeball. All right. Thinking maybe I should at least outline the teal and like white, clean it up. I really don't want black. All right, I don't know if that really helped anything, but I already did it, so I'm gonna do it to the rest. All right, here is the finished next piece. Neck. It's a neck. Okay, so we got a lot of things going on the face. So I'm gonna take my eyebrow pencil again. I'm gonna sketch on some of the designs. Or the shapes on the face. Now, the eyebrow pencil will probably be covered up, but for whatever reason, it kind of helps me remember where certain things are supposed to go and how big they are in the shape, even though I do have the reference picture right here. It just helps me. So we got a funky lip shape, some under eye bags, and some fantastic looking eyebrows. All right, I know this looks absolutely insane. Bear with it, please. This is nightmare fuel. I'm back in with the green. Gonna put that all over my face. I'm watching Jacksepticeye as I'm doing this, just because there's just a lot of me concentrating. I'm gonna put the bright green on most of my face. The darker green is gonna be used for the contours, and I'll probably dip into white for some highlighting, which I will have to emphasize with some powder and water activated face paint, because like I mentioned and like you saw, it's not the most opaque thing in the world. And plus, since the wig I'm using does have bangs, I'm gonna not focus too hard on the forehead. I'm like a reject Shrek character right now. I'm going to set my entire face with this fucking powder. So this is the Pacifica Cherry Velvet Matte Translucent Setting Powder. Now, when I thought, maybe I just didn't read it that well or correctly, because you know that does happen. There's a lot of times where I buy things and I don't read everything thoroughly. But you know, I think Cherry Blossom, you know, there's a lot of makeup that has like funky names, whatever, to entice you, but it really doesn't mean anything. But this, not chills. What the hell's with me and words today? This smells obnoxiously like cherries. I do not want my face powder to smell like anything, okay? But I've been using it a lot lately because I really just want to get it out of my fucking life. Because of that stupid powder, it's not really set correctly, so I'm probably gonna have to keep setting the makeup throughout this look. But I'm gonna take my Kimchi Chic Virgin Mojito palette, and I'm going to dip into, there's a few greens in here, so I'll probably just stick to this palette. I'm going to stick to Sour Apple and Sour Pop, and I'm going to start working and deepening up the contour, and I'm going to clean up my nose as well. So obviously when you blend out that dark green lipstick, you lost some of the pigmentation, but that's fine. Usually we do, because this is very drag like makeup, especially with the nose. Most drag queens do a cream base and then they go over with a powder, or at least a lot of the ones that I've seen. But I'm going to have to really work on the nose, because that's always the hardest for me. I think that is the best nose for the contouring. I haven't done. That's it for the contouring. Haven't gotten to the highlighting. I might outline the sides of the nose with some white later. I will powder it with some white too, but the white I have is not very opaque. Now we will get to the rest of the face, which should be a lot easier. And I'm going to try not to be stingy with the contour, because it might look weird now, but as soon as we hit the lips and the eyebrows and the eyeshadow, it should like balance each other out. I know I mentioned earlier about cream makeup versus water activated. Another thing too that I've noticed, and I don't know, maybe it's just the eyeshadows I use, but I've used water activated face paints more just because they were easier for me to put on, but I always had issues blending out eyeshadows and contouring with it, because obviously the cream makeup is going to be a little stickier, so it's going to adhere better. So that's another thing for cosplayer face paint too, that the cream makeup will make your eyeshadows, you know, adhere better and make it more prominent. Again, it could be just my skin as well. With the water activated face paint, it always came out like really patchy, especially on my neck area. I don't know why. I, however, have very oily skin, so especially when I do these looks, which I enjoy doing, but I have a very small time frame, so I watch a lot of people. One person that I really enjoy watching, that I'm going to be doing some makeup looks that are kind of inspired by her later in the next few weeks. Pompberry, she does looks sometimes that take hours and hours and hours. I can't do that, because by the time my look is done, my face is also going to get really, really greasy, and when that starts, it's even with blotting and powdering and such, it's very hard for me to come back from that. I haven't found a way where I can, you know, have it look good and have it feel good on me. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm actually going to continue contouring my jawline a little more, because as you can see where the black is, I want to make that blend a little more, and I also want to cut my jawline a little more. So I'm actually going to dip into some black and concentrate it more so on that edge. For the eyebrows, There looks like, I'm gonna start on my, I'm gonna do my eyebrows and then I'm gonna finish up the highlighting of my nose because I want that, since it is center of my face, I want it to look as good as I can. I'm also noticing that the contouring of it, of myself, is a lot darker than theirs, but it's fine. I'm going to take some cream makeup. I'm gonna put that on the front. I'm now going to take a deep purple, and that's going to be the majority of our eyebrow. I already outlined the nose a bit. I highlighted some of the high points of my face with some white. I'm looking like a creature from the Black Lagoon. I really want to start on the lips, so I'm going to take this color, and that's going to be the majority of my lips, and then I'm going to go black and cut out the black lines. Because I'll have to set this slightly, and so it doesn't move too much. I'll just fill it in, and then towards the end I'll outline with black. There, now it doesn't look like I have a mustache anymore. Okay, looking a little bit better. I'll actually start the highlight. I'll use this from Wicked Sisters. It's a little sparkly too. For the cut crease. So we're gonna do, it's gonna go down here. Kind of slightly following the nose bridge. I'm gonna try to be careful because mixing purple and green is not the most flattering color in the world. There is a quite large eyeliner wing we'll do later. So this is gonna be down there, and this can also be used as the outline for the bags underneath my eyes. It doesn't look like I really need to deepen up the purple. The purple kind of just looks like most is one purple, maybe a lighter purple, but I think, well, you can do a lavender kind of on the edges maybe. Nope, don't like that really. Okay, I'll just stick with that one purple from Sugarpill. If you want to or need to darken up the look, I suggest a navy versus a black. I think it gives it more dimension. Black, yes, it deepens it up, but it makes it just slightly more flat compared to the navy. I'm actually going to take a, let's use that, because around the eyes actually there's quite a bit of a skin tone color, so I think I'm going to use this more, not pure white, but it's just an ivory color, and I'll set that around the eye area. So there we have most of the eye shape, and I will deepen up using a very small paintbrush with the navy. So the lid is more of a neutral color, but I kind of want to stick with purple. So I used a light purple base, and I'm actually going to take this iridescent glitter. I'm going to place that on top of it, and I'm also going to line my waterline with this deep purple, and then we'll start on the very thick eyeliner. Alright, so I already did my mascara, my eyelashes are on, added a few beauty marks. Last thing I need to do is add on the stripes on my lips. I also powdered down certain parts of my lips with some purple eyeshadow, so hopefully the black and the purple won't move around too much. I'm gonna put on my wig, which is my old Irma wig, which, you know, probably gonna give up on that cosplay since it's been years since I've worn it. And I'm using some water activated face paint. This is pretty cool. I look chiseled, at least in the camera. It's Halloween all year round. Pretty sure I've been working on this makeup for around 2 hours, which may be the longest time I worked on makeup that at least I've paid attention to the time. So I really just want to take this off. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think it's so cool. I hope you guys think it's pretty neato as well. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed and hope to see you all next time.